Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Truth is out. Christine Brown destroys Kody's reputation. TLC kick. Robyn reacts in full meltdown. The walls of secrecy, gaslighting, and carefully crafted narratives have finally come crashing down around the Brown family as Christine Brown obliterates Kody Brown's reputation in a public, no-holds-barred reckoning that's got TLC scrambling and Robyn spiraling into what sources are calling her most unhinged breakdown yet. After years of silence, sacrifice, and spiritual suffocation, Christine has stepped forward with the raw, brutal truth, not just about her own suffering, but about Kody's manipulative tactics, double standards, and behind-the-scenes betrayal of every woman he ever claimed to love. And make no mistake, this is not just a personal vendetta. This is a calculated, righteous takedown, and it's shaking the sister wives' world to its very core. According to multiple insiders, TLC executives were blindsided when Christine, in a powerful, unedited sit-down interview, revealed explosive details that allegedly exposed Kody's coercive behavior, financial control, and years of favoritism that tore the family apart. Christine didn't just air grievances. She laid out evidence, from contracts and texts to voice messages and family schedules that blatantly show how Kody isolated wives from one another, pushed children to take sides, and prioritized Robyn at the expense of the entire family's unity. It wasn't a marriage, Christine said coldly. It was a performance. And I was done being part of a show. The moment the interview aired on TLC's private internal screener, chaos erupted. Network producers hit the panic button. Kody, who had for years crafted an image as the misunderstood patriarch struggling to hold a family together, was suddenly exposed as a power-hungry manipulator who deliberately undermined his wives' confidence to keep them dependent. Christine detailed how he mocked her in private, questioned her intelligence in front of the kids, and even dismissed her medical concerns about Truly when she was hospitalized, a moment that left viewers gasping and executives fuming. That was the moment I realized, Christine stated, he didn't love me. He loved controlling me. And while Kody reportedly tried to demand edits and legal reviews, TLC refused. In a shocking turn, the network sided with Christine. Sources reveal the new head of programming sees Christine as the future of the brand, a woman who embodies resilience, truth, and modern womanhood. TLC is pivoting hard. Not only are they expanding Christine's on-screen presence, but they've also allegedly shelved key footage of Robyn and Kody's new home life, hinting at a possible soft removal of Robyn from future seasons. That decision didn't sit well with Robyn, and the fallout has been nuclear. Robyn's reaction to Christine's truth bomb was nothing short of apocalyptic. According to sources on set, Robyn went into a total emotional spiral, sobbing uncontrollably, accusing producers of character assassination, and even threatening to walk from the show entirely. She allegedly screamed at crew members, demanded rewrites, and called Kody spineless for not defending her harder. In a moment caught on leaked footage, Robyn reportedly yelled, "This was supposed to be our show now. Christine was supposed to be gone." Her breakdown has been described as volcanic, with insiders saying she was nearly escorted off set after confronting a TLC executive directly. But if Robyn thought Christine was done, she was wrong. Christine, more composed than ever, responded with quiet, cutting clarity. Robyn always said she didn't want to be the favorite. But behind closed doors, she played the game better than anyone. She weaponized victimhood. She kept Kody on a leash. And now she's mad that the spotlight is shifting? Sorry, but I've had enough. The public has spoken, and they're behind Christine 100%. Social media has erupted in support of her bravery. Hashtags like #JusticeForChristine, #KodyExposed, and #TLCBackChristine are trending across platforms. Fans have flooded TLC's comment sections demanding more screen time for Christine and less for the couple they now call Kody and Robyn, often accompanied by snake emojis and furious memes. One viral TikTok even dubbed Robyn the Marie Antoinette of reality TV, comparing her delusions of grandeur to the fall of royalty, with Christine cast as the revolutionary who brought truth to the people. Meanwhile, Kody is said to be furious behind the scenes, claiming Christine's revelations are taken out of context and that she's manipulating the narrative for sympathy. But even his allies are dwindling. Janelle, who's remained tactful since her own separation, has reportedly confirmed many of Christine's claims privately, and even Mary, once hopeful for reconciliation, is said to be no longer willing to defend him. With his spiritual marriages collapsed and his public image in tatters, Kody is being portrayed exactly how Christine always knew him, not a misunderstood leader, but a man who let his ego burn down everything around him. And TLC's not done. Sources confirm that the network is developing a new limited series centered around Christine's post-Kody life, including her romance with David Woolley, her home in Utah, and her thriving business ventures. The goal? To reframe Sister Wives not as a man's journey, but as a woman's triumph. Early pitches include working titles like Christine, Rising, After the Wives, and The Real Escape. Executives are allegedly pushing for a premiere in early 2026, a final nail in the coffin for Kody's TV dominance. Still, Christine remains grounded. "I didn't do this for revenge," she told a close friend. "I did it so my daughters wouldn't grow up thinking it's okay to be silenced. I did it so my boys would know how to treat women. And I did it so Robyn can finally stop pretending she's a victim. We're all done playing nice." The fallout continues to ripple. Robyn has reportedly locked herself in her Flagstaff home, rarely seen in public, and refusing to take calls from producers unless Kody is present. Kody, meanwhile, is spiraling, rambling in late-night live streams, blaming feminism, cancel culture, and twisted editing. But fans aren't buying it. The truth is out, and it came from the most unexpected warrior in the Brown family. Christine Brown didn't just walk away. She walked into the fire and emerged stronger than ever. She burned down the lies. She shook off decades of spiritual oppression. And in doing so, she exposed the man who built his reputation on being fair, faithful, and honest, revealing him for what so many suspected all along. After more than a decade of silence, gaslighting, and carefully curated reality TV narratives, Christine Brown has finally said enough. And the result is the most explosive, career-destroying exposé in Sister Wives history. In a primetime special aired across multiple TLC platforms and simulcast on streaming, Christine took center stage to reveal what really went on behind the scenes of Kody Brown's so-called plural paradise. And what she exposed has not only wrecked what was left of Kody's public persona, but also forced TLC to make a bombshell decision that changes the future of the franchise forever. With notes in hand and conviction in her voice, Christine held nothing back, unmasking decades of manipulation, emotional neglect, weaponized religion, financial exploitation, and Robyn's behind-the-scenes scheming that viewers only thought they understood. The special, fittingly titled Christine Brown, Unfiltered, began with quiet reflection, but within minutes escalated into a searing monologue that stunned even veteran TLC producers. Christine detailed how Kody deliberately alienated her from the other wives, used the family's spiritual framework to guilt her into staying in a toxic dynamic, and, most explosively, colluded with Robyn to siphon family funds into private trusts under Robyn's children's names. She presented documents, real documents, showing how her earnings from the early seasons of Sister Wives were redirected for tax purposes into accounts she never had access to. "I thought we were in it together," she said, holding back tears. "But Kody and Robyn were already planning their escape. They just didn't tell the rest of us." And when she got to the emotional abuse, the room went silent. Christine described moments the cameras never caught. Times Kody would call her lazy and ungrateful when she asked for basic respect, how he punished her emotionally for not submitting to his authority, and how he once told her, "If you leave, you'll destroy the whole family, and God will hold you responsible." Christine's voice cracked. "That was the moment I knew he didn't see me as a wife. He saw me as leverage." The live audience gasped. Social media exploded. Hashtag Christine Unfiltered, hashtag Kody Exposed, and hashtag TLC Truth trended within minutes. Even longtime Sister Wives fans who once sympathized with Kody couldn't defend him now. But Christine didn't stop there. She turned her sights on Robyn, delivering what can only be described as a reputational takedown so brutal it left viewers speechless. Robyn didn't just play innocent, Christine said coldly. She orchestrated everything. She came in with a plan to be the favorite, the last wife, the one left standing. She claimed Robyn secretly lobbied producers to feature her more prominently, demanded private interviews that excluded the other wives, and even manipulated her children into becoming emotionally dependent on Kody, ensuring his loyalty. She weaponized her tears. Christine continued. And every time the rest of us stood up for ourselves, she'd cry on camera and we'd get edited out. The reaction from TLC executives was immediate and severe. Within 24 hours of the tell-all's broadcast, the network released a statement confirming that Robyn Brown would no longer appear in any future TLC programming and that all spin-offs or reboots would be focused solely on Christine, Janelle, and Mary's new ventures. The press release read, "We are committed to telling authentic, empowering stories. The network recognizes the courage it took for Christine Brown to share her experience, and we stand with her." Meanwhile, Robyn Brown was caught completely off guard, and her reaction was caught on film. According to insiders, Robyn was watching the live special from a remote Airbnb outside Sedona, believing Christine's appearance would be just another bitter rant. But when she saw Christine deliver hard evidence, TLC statements, and documents that could potentially lead to legal trouble, Robyn reportedly lost control, screaming, throwing a wine glass, and sobbing uncontrollably. One source claimed she tried to FaceTime Kody, who didn't answer, didn't text, didn't say a word. Robyn allegedly began pacing and shouting, "She ruined everything. That was supposed to be mine. She took him from me on national TV." But the truth? Christine didn't take anything. She just took back her voice. By morning, Kody's name was obliterated from TLC's homepage, with major sponsors backing away from his brand entirely. His speaking engagements were canceled, book deals suspended. His attempt to launch a men's lifestyle podcast, Faith, Family, and Freedom with Kody Brown, was quietly removed from every platform. And Robyn? She posted a frantic Instagram story claiming Christine is lying and that the devil is working through her, but the comments were swiftly disabled after tens of thousands flooded in demanding accountability. And Christine? She walked out of that studio stronger than ever. Her tell-all ended with the line, "I'm not bitter. I'm better. And I'm free." Finally, applause erupted. Janelle posted a heart emoji. Mary shared the special with a single word, respect. Even Christine's daughter, Michael T, reposted it with, "Proud doesn't even begin to describe it." Because in the end, the truth didn't just come out. It took center stage. And it burned down every lie Kody and Robyn ever built. The dust from Christine's nuclear truth bomb hadn't even settled when Robyn Brown went into full meltdown mode, her carefully curated victim image crumbling under the weight of decades of lies finally brought into the light. TLC had cut her loose, the internet had turned on her, and Kody, the one man she clung to like a lifeline, had vanished into silence, refusing to defend her, protect her, or even acknowledge her in public. Robyn, once the shielded favorite wife, was now completely alone, and her descent from reality TV royalty to tabloid spectacle was playing out in real time across every platform. In a desperate attempt to reclaim her narrative, Robyn took to Instagram Live at 3 a.m., disheveled, sobbing, and unfiltered, launching a scathing, unhinged rant against Christine, TLC, and even her own family. She twisted everything. Robyn screamed through tears. "Christine is jealous. She always was. She never wanted peace. She wanted Kody to hate me." Viewers were stunned, not by the accusations, but by Robyn's complete unraveling on camera. "This isn't grief," one fan tweeted. "This is guilt." But the real shock came just hours later, when Kody Brown resurfaced, not to defend Robyn, but to do the one thing nobody could have predicted. He showed up on Mary's doorstep, unannounced, cameras in tow, face pale and drawn, with a single suitcase and an emotional plea. "I don't know where else to go," he said, voice shaking. "You always forgave me before." Mary, stunned, stood in silence for a full 10 seconds before stepping outside, closing the door behind her so the cameras wouldn't capture her immediate reaction. What followed was the most uncomfortable confrontation in Sister Wives history, a man stripped of his power and a woman finally holding all the cards. "You didn't come here because you love me," Mary said. "You came here because Christine told the truth, and now you have nowhere left to hide." But Kody, disheveled, defensive, and still delusional, insisted he was misunderstood, that Christine exaggerated everything, and that Robyn's been acting erratic lately. He even went so far as to say he never intended for Robyn to become the last wife, a claim that had Mary raising her eyebrows so high they nearly touched her hairline. "Is that your apology?" she asked. "Or your excuse?" Fans watching the footage later would praise Mary's poise, her power, and her long-overdue refusal to be manipulated. But in real time, it was clear. Mary was done playing savior to a broken patriarch. "Go to therapy," she told him. "Go to church. Go to Robyn. But don't come to me just because your kingdom finally collapsed." And then, with a final glance that said everything words couldn't, Mary turned and walked back into her house, closing the door and maybe a chapter for good.